hi Marieke, how are you doing? Nice to meet you.
Very much likewise.
So I know that you're launching a great book called This is a Good Guide for a Sustainable Lifestyle.
Yes.
That's amazing. We are a conscious global market. We are a website that promotes products and services for conscious consumers. And this book will be really interesting for all our clients. So tell us a little bit, how is that you started having a more conscious lifestyle? How did
I start?
Yeah, exactly.
That is quite a long time ago.
Okay.
Because for me, it's always been so special that I was born in the Netherlands, and by being born, I got so many advantages already. Because it's a very wealthy country.
That's true.
With a good economy, with democracy, women's rights. You know, that I got so many just by being born.
That's interesting.
And for me, that's really important to realize that I didn't do anything to earn that. It was just handed to me. I didn't. It wasn't because of anything I did.
Yeah, you just
I just
there.
got it. Yes, it was coincidence, pure coincidence. So that has always really been an important part of my life, to realize that was given to me, but not to many others.
Got it.
The people who make our clothes.
Yeah, there are billions of people out there. Yeah.
So many who lead, a very difficult life.
True.
By making our clothes, for instance. So I always try and do my best to use everything that I've been given to make the world a little bit fairer.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We can just go after a more sustainable lifestyle every time that we just be more conscious when we are going to consume fashion, design, food,
beauty products,
everything. All the industry can actually make a contribution.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about your book. That is, I really like the design. I just took a quick look, and I think that it has really interesting topics, and this is so contemporary. This is something that we all should start reading about. What are we going to see in that book?
I wrote the book. Because I got so many questions from people.
Got it.
Really many people want to live more consciously, more sustainably, but they just don't know where to start.
Got it.
Or how. So I am a professional answering machine. I answer so many questions. So I thought it would be a good idea to
it will
make
be easier for you to answer it to
I could just say,
millions
hello,
of people.
please, just, So I made a book that is about all the choices you can make in fashion, beauty, food, home, work, living, traveling, everything.
Nice.
So everything you need. It has lots of tips and tricks and do's and don'ts, but also stores, brands, choices you can make, tips, everything that you can do. And it's not about being perfect, it's about being good, but not perfect.
That's true, exactly.
Because if you try to be completely perfect, that's just very hard. And I'm just trying to show you how positive and inspiring it can be to make different choices.
That's beautiful. That's amazing. So tell us, what do you think about these kind of fashion swaps? I was talking about this swap with Patrick. He told us that he's doing this a lot everywhere.
All over the world.
This is something that we should promote because it's a really nice. You know that there are thousands. I don't know the quantity, but there are a lot of clothes that are never used, are produced and never used. And all that waste is just generating a big damage to our planet, and we have just to be conscious about it. So what do you think about these kind of things? Is this something that happens in Netherlands?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. We even have fashion libraries in the Netherlands where you can borrow clothes like books.
Okay, that's good.
Yes. So you can maybe try that also. No, it's very important. I think we don't need to make any new clothes anymore.
Yeah,
actually.
That's true.
We're done, right? There's enough. So I think it's so great that there's an opportunity to see the clothes that really you don't love so much anymore, or it's not your style anymore, that others can be so happy wearing them. And I think that is one of the biggest, ways that you can contribute to a more sustainable lifestyle, is to make sure that, nothing that you have goes to waste.
That's true.
And I think the first question, if you need something, is always a really good question to ask yourself if it needs to be new. Or can it be something that is already out
because
there?
you are going to have the same feeling.
Of course. It feels like a new clothes, of course.
Exactly.
This feels like shopping.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes,
that's very interesting. So please give us a couple of tips to have a more sustainable lifestyle. What do you do, for example, in fashion, beauty, food?
Sure.
Give us some tips so we can
So I think for fashion, it is always so great when you have a V line, a neck with a V, and you're a bit bored with it, or you don't like a V line, then to change it the way around. So you have a high neck with a low back.
Nice.
Right?
Okay.
That's my favorite fashion
cool.
hack. And of course, in general, always go for quality over quantity.
True.
Also, don't buy anything that doesn't fit because you think you are either going to lose weight or gain weight, or just buy what fits.
And you
because
need it now.
probably it's not going to fit at some point, like shoes.
True.
Many shoes that happens with, if they don't fit you, don't buy them.
Got it. That's intelligent.
So that's for fashion. I think also for food, it's really important to try and limit the amount of animal products that you eat.
True.
Either meat, fish, but also dairy products, because the impact of the animal food industry on
Are
our
you
world.
vegetarian?
I'm vegetarian,
Okay.
mostly vegan. Yes, and it's so important to see how much of a detrimental impact
True.
the food industry has, both in, of course, gases that are emitted, but also the transport and also the amount of land that's being used to
Water
of course,
consumption.
water consumption, the growing of the food, for the animals, that doesn't go into growing food for people. It's a massive impact. I think for food, it's the biggest thing you can do.
True.
Also, it's often a lot cheaper and it's also often healthier. So that's a really win-win situation.
That's amazing.
Beauty products, if you buy something in a tube, always cut it in half if you think it's done, because there can be so much still in there that you just can't squeeze out.
Okay.
There's almost, when you have a toothpaste, for instance, and you cut it in half, they can be like in there for like a week still, but you just can't squeeze it out. So please always cut a tube. And in general, don't buy beauty products that are so heavily packaged. That's insane.
True.
And go for organic, of course, and
Always.
and not animal tested.
Yeah.
Of course. So these are some starting tips.
What about
I think.
traveling? How can you travel
So I
consciously?
think-
That's a very interesting topic that I
Yes.
want to start learning more about.
It's very important. I almost didn't come to Rio because I got invited to speak at Rio Ethical Fashion, which of course is a huge honor.
I know.
But I don't want to travel from Amsterdam to Rio for half an hour on a stage.
Got it.
So I said, I don't think I can do that, I'm afraid. I always want to make sure that I create at least as much positive impact as I create negative impact.
Got it.
So we then made this whole program where I can extend the stay for a lot longer and meet with many more people, give more consultancy, do more meetings, and make sure that my positive impact is a lot bigger than just a half an hour.
That's amazing.
So I think it's really important to sort of realize when you go somewhere. Also for me, it's important, the question, is there a local person in my job? Can someone from Brazil do it?
Yeah.
Who would then also can get the stage, because everyone deserves the stage so much. So always ask for local
That's
people
good.
as well. That's really important. I think slow travel is important, but less travel even more.
Okay, that's
So
pretty interesting.
Do you have to go? Is the question, or are there
Think about it.
beautiful other places in your own country, for instance, where you can be? And if you do go, try and see if you can either go by train or by car, share a car with many others. Because, for instance, in the Netherlands, we have 8 million cars,
Yes.
and they are doing nothing for 23 hours a day.
True.
So that's such a waste. So there's many things you can think about traveling, of course, that can make it a lot better.
Sharing cars,
Yes,
or
but
think
share it-
about how
share
you said,
everything.
or think that thing that you said. Like, is it necessary? Should I go? Like,
Yes.
that's very interesting. Thanks a lot for your time. It was
Pleasure.
really nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
And,
Best of luck with
I
all your
love
work.
Say it again.
Best of luck with all your work.
Thanks a lot. Have a great stay here in Brazil.
Thank you.
And what's
You
coming
too.
next? Tell me about it. Where are you heading next? Are you going back to Netherlands?
Yes, I'm
Are you
going back home. Yeah, going back home.
You just
Yes.
launched this book. It was just launched.
So I was invited to come to Rio Ethical Fashion to speak.
Uh-huh.
This book is available all over the world already.
Okay.
So from the US to the UK
that's cool.
to Brazil to Australia, Scandinavia, you can buy it everywhere.
Awesome. Thanks
Yes.
a lot. Have a
And
great
you.
day.